Hi there, this is Save with Crypto. Right, I hope you're all having an excellent Sunday, having quite a chilled one myself. I hope you're doing something good and something nice. Just wanted to talk about a few things in general, really. The first thing is, if you've been watching my ByBit trading videos, I know the last one was a bit disjointed and a bit weird, but what I did do was the trade I was in closed because it hit the stop loss in a little bit of profit, not much, but it did hit the stop loss, so that closed. But I had set a buy order down here at 45747. For some reason, I tend to pick on numbers that mean something, like a jumbo jet. so that's why the 747 was there. And that worked out quite well, actually, because 747, yeah, it came down here, quick little dump today, and it did sort of scoop it up there. And at the moment, I mean, this account's quite tiny, isn't it? But at the moment, we're like 14.158% in profit, which is about $32. Which is not bad, is it? So what I've done with this, I put a stop loss here. You do that by just coming down here and putting in your stop loss there. So that stop loss is in profit now. So if the price comes down and hits it, no big deal. Return on investment is 6.6%. And that would make 0.000311183 of a Bitcoin, which I think would be something like I don't know, about $15 or something like that. But I'm kind of hoping it will go up anyway. But being Sunday, it's really hard to tell because you never quite know what things are going to do. Anyway, so I'll cover that in the next ByBit trading video. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it probably means you're not subscribed. So please do subscribe now. I know that some of you aren't, and I don't understand why, because I do good stuff, and I do good, honest stuff. Now, if anybody saw my UTrust video from about, I think it was about a week ago or so, I was actually buying UTrust down here at like about just over 24 cents, and today it did actually shoot as high as like 31 cents. So yeah, I think that was a good call. What I am going to do at some point, because I've got the UTrust now in my SwissBorg account, which is a pretty cheap place to buy crypto. If you haven't got SwissBorg, use the link in the description below, and that gets you a little scratch card where you can win anything from like 1 to 100 euros worth of their SwissBorg token, which is a very cool token as well. So that's worth doing. But yeah, so I bought it in SwissBorg. It's still in SwissBorg at the moment. What I might do is move it out to the UTrust Hold app, because with that you get a Visa card that you can essentially spend your crypto, and when you do, you get 2% cashback paid in UTrust. Now that appeals to me quite a lot, because I think now that I'm doing quite a lot of stuff in Freeway and I'm sort of earning quite a lot of Ethereum, Bitcoin every day, I can see that I might want to use some of that for like just daily expenses or whatever, and it'd be really cool to actually just not even bother converting it into fiat and actually just use the UTrust Hold card to just spend in a shop, so you're effectively spending the crypto I've earned. I'm not going to use any that I'm hodling. I'm just going to use the earnings that I'm making. So yeah, so UTrust is looking pretty good. What else? Freeway token that I'm obviously talking about quite a lot at the moment is on a bit of a rip, actually. I bought some Freeway a week or so ago around about 1.4 cents, and it's now at 1.78, which is quite a nice increase, I think. Percentage wise, that is, yeah, I'm 24% up there. So I think the Freeway token that I've got, I think I paid about $4,000 for, and it's worth about $6,000 now, which is really nice. So that's all good. Right, comments on my videos. Right, some people have been accusing me of deleting comments. Right, no, I don't delete comments. The only things I have been doing is where you've got obvious spam, and there is a lot. For example, this Daisy Robert, when they talk about something and it's got all these kind of instant replies from all these people, and it'll say like Mr. Joshua Smythe has saved my life by making me earn so much a day, that kind of rubbish. Those sort of comments, I have been deleting them. Now the problem is, I think if somebody has interacted, like a genuine person has interacted with one of these spammers, and if I then report the spammer, I've got a feeling that what happens is YouTube then deletes the other person's comments. So I think my policy is I'm just going to do the same as every other YouTuber and just ignore them and delete nothing. So if something gets deleted, it's not me who's done it. I'm not going to even delete spam anymore. In fact, if I delete spam, it seems to make it worse anyway. So I don't think it's a good use of my time anyway. There is some genuine comments here. So Alexandru Peter says, what about the supercharging period if I want to withdraw my earnings plus my initial deposit? Okay, Alexandru is talking about Freeway. Yeah, you can do that. I believe it's no problem. You can just, it's not like, say, crypto.com where you have to lock up your stuff for 3 months or whatever. Yeah, you can just withdraw everything if you want, or you can withdraw a portion. You just do it on the platform and then you say withdraw, and it will say how much do you want to withdraw. So that's not a problem. So that's cool. Poor Now Rich Tomorrow, I like his channel actually. He's saying, I'm trying a trading on a demo account. It's going horrible. 0.5% take profit and 0.4% stop loss on 5-minute time frame using RSI and MACD on 1-minute time frame. Yeah, don't use the 1-minute time frame. You need to use like the 1 hour or the 4 hour time frame. And for me, on something like 10x leverage, I'm looking at only taking profit when it's kind of like 5% in profit. 2% will probably put you about break even, but you need to look at more like 5% or whatever. Stop loss I don't tend to use myself. It's a bit careless, but I like to kind of ladder in if the price goes south, for example, and I'll do that. Right, so he said, the issue I see is there's not enough volume, so my take profit can be triggered. Do you have any tips or better strategy or indicators? For me, string trading looks like pure gambling. If you don't know what you're doing, it is. So you need to get good at TA. I'm not particularly good, really. I just tend to look at the MACD on the 1 hour time frame. And if I see that bullish, then, if I'm in a long position, I'll stay in a long position. If I see it tick bearish, I'll think about exiting that position. And that's about as complicated as I get, really. There's a lot of people on YouTube who are a lot better than me. Coins Kid, his channel's well worth looking at. Joseph M was talking about the Bitscap trading bot, saying bots are not very profitable. Actually, you make more just holding straight assets in crypto and trading them on larger swings. That's what I found with Bitscap for sure. I actually made a profit in dollar value, but then I worked out if I'd have just bought Bitcoin and held on to it, I would have made more. So that's it, really. Yeah, Daisy Robert, that's spam, obviously. Spam. Whoever that is said, talking about Freeway, that yield is way too high to be sustainable. Must come with some risk at losing principal, and if they don't move the loss on you, that's even riskier. Okay, right. I'm going to have to do more about Freeway because it is very interesting what they do with your money. They basically use your crypto, they put it in a cold wallet, and then they use that to get loans, which then they do kind of trading, things like quant trading and stuff like that, which I don't really know much about. And it's a kind of way how they can earn like enormous interest, So the actual 4% we're getting is not that much compared to what they're making. So, they're making tons of money. But I do have some plans for Freeway, which I'll tell you about in a moment. I like this one here from Theodore Scheckler, who said, hey, I know you've been thinking that they would have something up their sleeves in regarding to metabonding, and it looks like you were correct. In the latest podcast Elrond episode, they have the CEO of ZoidPay who says that there are unknown elements to the Metabonding program that will be revealed that make it one of a kind. Now, this is the sort of thing that I was hoping for, and I really hope this works out well. It's basically, some people have done the kind of sums and made calculators and stuff like that to work out what the Metabonding is going to get us, and a lot of people have come to the conclusion that it's better just to get your LKMEX and stake it in the LKMEX farm. I'm doing that with some of my LKMEX for sure, but for quite a large amount I've put it into Metabonding, because I can't imagine they've gone to all that effort of setting up the Metabonding and making that part of the DEX and making such a big deal about it if it's going to be unprofitable. So I've got very high hopes about that. Steve Bob said, applied last night for Freeway, still not approved. I do think they tend to work, they do work 24/7 I think, but they tend to have more staff around in the weekdays on sort of like European office hours. I think they're based in Malta or somewhere like that, so I think you'll probably get approved tomorrow, I would say. There's DeWalt from South Africa. Keep up the great videos. Thanks, mate. Serbu said, I follow your videos with high interest. I didn't make any crypto trading yet, but I've completed the first step, making an account on ByBit. Continuous learning. Yeah, and if you want to do that as well, there's a link for ByBit down below, which gets you some sort of bonus or something. I'm not going to be like all the other YouTubers and say you get $4,000 for nothing, because that's not actually true. You have to do something like deposit 2 Bitcoin to get the $4,000. Now the $4,000 is only available to use as margin for derivative trading. You can't use it for spot. You can't just buy stuff on spot with it. So it's a little bit deceiving, but nevertheless the bonuses are there. Yeah, okay, there's a lot of spam there. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll show you the Telegram conversation I had with somebody from Freeway this morning. So I had a word with this guy called Matt, who is an employee at Freeway. I think he's the Chief Marketing Officer. And I asked him if there was any chance of getting someone from Freeway on my show to ask some questions. He said I can speak with the exec assistant to the CEOs and see what the availability either has. What kind of video did you have in mind? One that goes in deep into technicals or more high level? And I just said not too technical, more to answer the burning questions like, is it safe? How can this be sustainable? Why all the weird terms like simulant, orbitized, etc. I can prepare some questions and or ask my community what questions they have, which I will do, by the way. He said it might be worth waiting until May for the Prime portal to be live. We're going to set a launch date this week, and we can do a comparison of Freeway with the Freeway Prime portal. The short answer of why so complicated is because it meets all the legal criteria to not therefore be restricted to accredited investors only. So this is kind of what I was talking about, whereas this quant trading isn't actually available to normal humans. You have to be some sort of super being to do that. So they do have to use various legal terms, which is why they have things like orbitized stimulants and all that kind of thing. Anyway, it says the Prime portal allows for institutional grade custody, so there is no simulation. Okay, just deposit and earn rewards with full EU oversight, etc. However, tax treatments may be different on each product. Later in the year, the superchargers will have DeFi variations too. That sounds pretty interesting, doesn't it? Anyway, I said I'm happy to wait until May. Thanks for the above info. One quick question though, if people use my referral link, what's in it for them? And it referred me to this article here. So basically what happens is you will then get 2% extra for the first 2 years on your supercharger rewards. So that's what you get, 2%. I actually get 8%. But of course, once you've got that, you can then refer people yourself and you can get the 8% and carry on like that. And this all helps to increase your community involvement level, which then ensures that you get the maximum annual rewards, which is at the moment is 43% on Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDC, USDT. So it looks like I'm going to be doing that in May. So we might have to wait a little while. But I will, however, get on the Telegram AMA on Tuesday and see if I can get a quick word with Graham. But it won't necessarily be like a live chat. It might just be a bit of text, but it might be a bit like this. But I can talk you through what I found out anyway. So that'd be good, wouldn't it? But Freeway, a lot of people are very into it. Some people are very wary about it, and I can understand why, because the insane APR. So I can't advise you on anything, but I'm just saying what I'm doing, and that's going to be quite a nice little wage for me, to be honest. Anyway, just before I go, I'm just going to show you what happened to the BEPRO token that I was talking about the other day. I was saying, it was going to sort of break out of that triangle. And it did, didn't it? And quite spectacularly as well. That's like up 174%. So if you bought some BEPRO, then well done. And if you didn't, it might be because maybe subscribe, but you've not got the notification bell ticked on all. It'll also help if you give the video a like and leave a nice comment. And above all, tell your friends.